Good morning, good afternoon, good evening! I did not test my mic! I just realized that again. Oh well, we're getting used to it. Hello, how are you? It's been a minute. I've been posting on other platforms like Instagram and TikTok lately, but we're back with Dragon Age the Veilguard. Oh my gosh, it's been like a week, I think, since my last upload and since I last played, something like that. Maybe almost a week. Listen, Tomodachi Life Living the Dream came out, and that's been taking up my time. But Tomodachi Life, like, aside, I'm very excited to do this. This is going to be so much fun. Um, I think we left off learning a little more about Des. I think we unpacked all of his things. And then we ran out of time, unfortunately. But yeah, hello. I hope everybody's doing okay. I hope everybody's had a good week. I definitely had a week full of doctor's appointments and fighting to get meds and to just be seen by doctors. Neurology is turning out to be quite the pain, actually. That can be like explained more on Instagram and TikTok, not here. Here we're trying to have a good time with video games, but yeah, it's turning out to be a bigger problem than I thought. And it's the one specialty that all of my other doctors are pointing at. So, I don't know. We'll see, but here we're trying to have fun and not think about that too much. But yeah, so I hope everybody's doing okay. If you have doctor's appointments, gosh, I hope they're going well. Like, I really hope that you guys are being heard, you're being taken seriously. I hope all of the service is efficient, and they're not getting too behind. And then I also hope for them too that, things are going pretty quick and they're not getting behind and swamped, with people. And work. Gosh, because some offices are like an hour or two behind, and I feel so bad because it's not always their fault. Sometimes it is and sometimes it isn't. Sometimes people call out. Sometimes there's mishaps with employees. Sometimes it's just the guests, like, or um the patients. It's a whole thing. But I hope everybody is having a good time. And if you're not, I hope that playing some video games and hanging out is going to make it better, at least for an hour, because my videos are only ever an hour long. But yeah, let's go. Let's go talk to Solus. Very, very happy. Desmond is not taking well to Solus being in his head. He's a mage. While he wasn't trained in a circle, he still understands that this is weird. So he's not having it, but what are you gonna do? So let's go. Like, comment, subscribe. Go check me out. I'm Gravesite Gaming on pretty much everything except for TikTok, which I think I'm just Gravesites with an S at the end. Let's talk to Solus. What do you want, dude?
Back so soon. It must have been worse than I had thought.
Hello, Dreadwolf.
But perhaps I am mistaken. You may be here to correct me, to tell me that my concerns were unfounded.
I wish we got to
Perhaps
flirt
nothing
with him.
escaped as you stopped me from... What was it? Covering the world with
Because,
demons?
what is that? Am I the only one that sees, like, the Solus Rook flirting potential? He's such a cheeky shit. I can't stand him. Yeah.
So you're gonna be insufferable about it. See, this is the reason nobody likes you.
I led a rebellion for centuries that culminated in the creation of the Veil and the destruction of the Elven Empire.
Okay, this is among the reasons nobody likes you.
My information was accurate. Now you realize that the danger is real.
I need to know what the gods are planning.
You are asking for knowledge no mortal in this world is privy to. If I am to share it with you, I need to know what makes you the right person to lead the fight against Algernon and Gelanin.
I'm not in charge.
I'm not in charge of everyone. I'm just leading my little team until Varric is back on his feet.
I understand your fear. Declare yourself the leader, and others may think you power-hungry, no better than those you oppose.
I don't
I didn't
have
say I was
that
afraid.
fear.
Back in the Crows, I had to deal with the Antom invasion. One night I saw a unit getting ready to transport prisoners to another city. It was way too large for us to hit.
But you did so anyway, using unconventional tactics to confuse the Antam and free the prisoners.
How'd you know that?
You helped Varric pursue me for the better part of a year. It would have been foolish not to learn about who was hunting me.
Then you know I'm not interested in a fancy title. But when something needs doing, I do it.
I suppose I was not so different when I started.
Started what?
My rebellion against the Evanuris.
I
The elven
think
gods, as you call them. They wish to
Solas
reclaim their dominion
left
over
out
this world.
that their
To
connection
accomplish
through
that,
blood
they will
magic
need
kind
two
of gives
things.
them little
First, the
snippets of
blight.
each other's memories.
What exists in this world is a bare fragment of its
I
power.
think that would have been on purpose.
The rest is imprisoned until they release it.
Yeah. So, piggybacking off of that, I think that whole interaction, especially when he's like, "How did you know that?" Like that little, like you could visibly see how small he got for like 2 seconds too. I really do think that Solus is good at getting information and good at knowing who's hunting him. I do think that he's really good at that. Cuz he's ancient, he's old. Of course he knows. Um but I also do think that the blood magic connection that they have, Solus has been using and has been hurting Rook um on purpose, slowly but surely, like in little bits. And in my canon, in my story, over time, Desmond, my Rook, experiences headaches, migraines, bleeds, like through the ears, through the nose, like, and gets that fatigue, that exhaustion, like, is starting to feel the effects of all of the blood magic. And Solus doesn't care. Like, he has a mission, and the many outweigh the few, kinda, you know? So, yeah, I think I think that's where we're headed with that. Mm, yeah, we'll start here.
The Blight didn't escape with the gods?
Elganan and Gillenane escaped largely empty-handed, fortunately. Most of the Blight is still trapped in the prison I created ages ago.
So what we saw at that village, that's them not at full strength?
That's horrifying.
Correct.
I hate that.
The rest of the Blight is imprisoned? There's more than what's in the world already?
Yes. Centuries ago, the Magisters of Tevinter opened my prison. A tiny fragment of the Blight escaped. That fragment grew beneath the earth and led to the Blights that have swept across the world. However terrible the Blight is now, it is a mere fraction of what we will see if its full power is unleashed.
I don't understand. Elgranon and Gillenane were elves like you, right? Why would they want to blight the world?
It is my fault. As the Dread Wolf, I was a thorn in their side. When my efforts weakened their grasp on the elven people, they grew frustrated, then desperate.
And turned to the Blight.
Once the corruption took hold of them, they were blind to its horror. It was just another source of power for them. Now they would blight the world without hesitation, and call us backward and foolish for opposing them.
Then we shut down whatever they need to do to free the Blight.
They will need to pierce the veil to reach the Blight's prison. My Lyrium dagger is one of the few artifacts capable of doing so.
We've already recovered it from the ritual site.
Excellent. Then they will have to make their own. That will give you time.
You said the gods needed two things, and the Blight is the first. What's the second?
Followers. They have called themselves gods. And what is a god without worshippers to sing their praises?
I'm not gonna bend a knee to blighted murdering monsters just because their ears are pointed like mine. I don't think many other elves are going to either.
Agreed. Elganan and Gillenane care little for the elves. They will find worshippers among those hungry for power. Tyrants and bullies. The cruel and the corrupt, who fear their own vulnerability and seize any chance to feel strong. If you hunt them, they will lead you to Algernon and Gillenane.
You want me to pick fights with tyrants and bullies? Sounds fun.
I gave no orders. All I offer are suggestions.
I'm on it. What else?
The Veravas, the lighthouse Soluvian, can take you anywhere, if you master its secrets. Have you done so?
Not yet, but we've got one of the Veil Jumpers working on it. She'll get it sorted and we'll see how it goes.
Yes. I suppose we will. And when you speak with Varric, please tell him that I regret what happened.
I want to smack his egghead so bad. You ever just want to, like, stick a plunger on somebody's head? I hate him so much. Like, I love him and I hate him. Okay? Leave me be. I also want to do some stuff for the lighthouse. But, I don't know. I'll probably do that when we have a little more stuff. Okay, where do we need to go? We need to talk to Harding, and then we need to talk to Varric, I think? Yeah. Let's go talk to Harding, because her stuff is a little more time sensitive. Ooh! I forgot about these. Alright, there's Hawk stuff. Yup. Oh yeah, in the workshop. Oh, what can we upgrade? Well, we're gonna get more stuff. I mean, I might as well do this right now. Alright. We don't have a lot, but I'll do my little core.
Toldar is a tunal. Vedun gar velos atredum. But velos atredum is nothing like Isatunal.
Isatunal. I remember. After you touch the dagger, the prayer...
Oh, he's so pretty.
Isatunal. What exactly are you proclaiming?
They don't remember. No one remembers. We don't even know what we lost.
Harding? Are you in there?
I'm sorry, what?
What does Isatunal actually mean?
Isatunal is an affirmation, a statement of existence, of being. It means, I am here. But no, not I. I is singular, but it isn't. We either. We is multiple, but also separate.
What?
Isatunal is the eternal hymn that encompasses all time. All spaces. I am, we are, this and that, here, there, now, and forever.
Okay. Whatever works for you.
Words.
The
aren't
super
enough.
non-religious one is like, I'm
It's hard
trying.
to put into words something
I
you just
want to
feel.
help,
I'm
but
certain
alas.
Isatunal describes how we, the dwarves, once were.
Even though it's more of like
None of the books
for
say
people, it's
anything
not so
about
much
it.
the religion
None
too.
of the histories are right.
But like,
If we
the
forgot something so
songs, the
important,
prayers,
what
you
else
know,
did we forget?
the connections.
I don't know.
He doesn't understand
I'm
all of it.
sorry. I don't expect you to have an answer. Thanks for letting me babble, by the way.
Anytime. That's what I'm here for.
He's so cute! Ah, look at him! Ah! I know he's my self-insert, but still! Gosh, I love him. Okay, let's go talk to Varric. I think we're gonna get to Lucanus soon. Not entirely sure. I think that opens up a little after this, once we get the Veravos to start working. Who knows? We might be able to do that mission today, depending on how fast this goes.
So Solas told the truth about the gods.
You heard? It's bad, Varric. If you had seen Demeda's crossing...
The team needs to act fast. And it can't do that with me leading from a bed. You've got to take point on this.
I can't do what you do. I've barely been holding it together in the short time you've been out.
You don't need to do what I do. You just need to get it done. Rook, when I put this team together, what did I look for? A detective to find the Dreadwolf, and a scout to get us the lay of the land. Exactly the people he'd expect me to recruit. Disciplined, predictable. And then there's you. Remember when we first met, kid? I watched you pick apart an entire Antom patrol in Treviso. They outnumbered you 20-1.
They were overconfident. I took advantage.
Which no one else did. Crows didn't appreciate the heat it brought down, but you've got a knack, kid.
For what?
Finding a way through the wildest shit I've ever seen. With a plan that no one expects. On the best day of his life, Solas wouldn't see you coming, Rook. And don't worry. I'll still be here to talk if you need me.
There is something. Did Nev tell you about me talking to Solas in the Fade?
I had some good arguments with Chuckles back in the day. I can't imagine being stuck with him in my head. But how are you feeling about it?
Well, he's worried. But the knee-jerk response is he's an asshole.
Your old friend is kind of an asshole, Varric.
I'd love to be a fly on the wall while the two of you get into it. Solas fought a rebellion against Elgernon and Gillenane. He didn't want to be a god. But he's also a lot older and more powerful than any of us. He looks at us like we're toddlers.
So how do I deal with him?
Act like you're as smart as he is, and he'll be insufferable. Show him you respect his age and experience, and he'll remind you he's just a man. Honestly, pick whichever of those pisses you off less.
He also asked me to tell you that he regrets what happened. Hurting you, I mean.
Chuckles is sentimental. He could burn the world down, and the thing that would make him cry is a single flower with blackened petals.
When I took over at the ritual site, I had to make a call on who came with me to knock over that statue.
Yeah, that
It was the
regret's gonna
first
start
decision I
piling
made
up,
leading this team,
for
and Harding
sure.
got hurt because of it.
You made a decision with the best information you had. Sometimes you do that, and people end up hurt. Or worse.
What would you have done?
What would I have done? Probably gotten myself killed and failed to stop the ritual if you hadn't stepped in. A good leader isn't someone who never makes mistakes. It's someone who admits when they make one. That's how you earn their trust.
Demeda's crossing was awful. While we were there, we found one survivor, the mayor.
You left him to fend for himself.
Not everyone was happy about my decision. We're just starting out, and I'm already losing their trust.
The key to earning the team's trust isn't to only make decisions everyone agrees with. It's showing the team that they can tell you whatever's on their mind, even if they think you're full of crap. And know you'll listen.
Alrighty. Good
I'll
speech.
let you get some rest.
Good
You're gonna be
speech.
fine, Rook. Hey, one last thing before you go. I've been racking my brain thinking of contacts who might help us with these gods.
You got any ideas?
Nothing. But being a leader isn't about having all the answers yourself. It's about knowing who does. Nev has connections to a whole world that Harding and I barely know. Might be worth talking to her.
Will do. Thanks, Varric.
Anytime.
Alright, let's go. I want to go get our husband. Or at least get that going. Let's go. Come on. Probably only gonna get part of the way through with that, which sucks! It's because of all the talking.
Hey, Nev. Hi, Wisps.
Yeah, they're still here, but you're here for leads. You want allies to go after the gods? I've got places to look, if we can get anywhere but Arlathan.
Balara's working on it. What have you got?
Let's start with the angles we know. The gods are corrupt magic personified. Who do we hire to fight that? First, the Antivan Crows. We've got you. But if one assassin's good,
Why not two? You have someone in mind?
your most feared mage killer, the Demon of Virantium.
So, lore time. In-game, technically, Rook and Lucanus, like, haven't met, or maybe they briefly knew each other. But in my canon, Desmond and Lucanus were friends for a few years before the events of Veilguard. So, they met at a ball, they met at a birthday bash, basically. Um, some crazy stuff happened. It's not an Antivan party without a couple deaths, you know, a little bit of murder, a little bit of dancing, yada yada. Um, and that's where they meet. That's where things begin, and that's where their friendship, you know, starts to blossom. And then for the next couple of years, they're going on missions together, they're getting to know each other, they're bickering, you know, they're training together, discovering that crazy political things are going on, and then they do, in fact, go on the wig maker job together. So that is actually a very pivotal moment in their friendship because no one knows that Desmond's a mage aside from a few people. Um, it's very hush hush, sorry. It's very under wraps, and Lucanus confirms it that night, but he says nothing. He doesn't say anything, and he's the infamous mage killer, and his friend, his very close friend, and now person that he's starting to fall in love with is a mage and an elf on top of that and an Antivan crow. Like, it's all a mess, right? So he doesn't say anything. He's kind of wrestling with what he's going to do, and then not long after that he leaves for the the mission that leads to his death, in air quotes. Just imagine me doing that. It leads to his death, and then Desmond is like shattered, right? And then when he gets prompted by Nev, he's like, well, he's dead. Like, he's gone. Like, I don't know why you guys don't know that, or like maybe we did keep it that hush hush. I don't know because I was kicked out like not long after. Um, I think he was kicked out of the Crows like 6 months later. Not like almost not even 6 months later. And then he went off on this journey. And then um what else happened? I'm trying to remember my own lore because I didn't write it all down. So he went on the mission with Varric and Harding, and then we're here now, and he still thinks he's dead. Like, he's just convinced. Like, he doesn't know what's going on in Antiva right now because he hasn't been back home. But now he's gonna go back home because of this, and during the conversation with Katarina and the rest of them, he is going to realize, like, obviously it doesn't happen in the game, but he's gonna realize that she never believed that he was dead for a second. And he's like, ah, you know something. And then he's gonna look around the room, and even Ilario, he doesn't know anything. And he's like, ah, you don't know anything. You're upset about it. V doesn't know anything. Like, nobody knows anything right now, and that's a problem. But also, that means that, like, something's wrong. Like, why didn't you say anything to anyone? So, there's like a little silent conversation going on between the first Talon and Desmond in that moment. And I think it's a really cool and interesting moment. And then they go on that mission to go find Lucanus. Um, but yeah, that's the lore, but that doesn't happen in game, unfortunately. But there you go. That's the lore behind them. It's great. Ah,
The demon's a legend. I've always wanted to meet him.
Happy to help.
Okay, yeah,
The
they
demon
never
got his
met,
nickname
apparently.
taking out blood mages in Venatori. There's
Yeah.
been fewer stories in recent years, but your bosses would know.
The Talons? They're gonna give me an earful.
If you want to look elsewhere,
I'll set up a meeting. What else?
a trip home.
Back to Minrathis.
Capital city and heart of Tevinter. An empire of mages that knows a thing or two about corrupt magic.
Tevinter authority.
Won't help and can't be trusted, which is why we talk to the Shadow Dragons. They're a resistance group that fights slavers, blood magic, and imperial corruption. They've got eyes and ears everywhere, including mine. If the gods enter the Empire, we might get something. Besides, I owe them an update.
Are they all mages?
Tevinter might prize its mages, but the Shadows accept anyone. We've all got a stake in the cause.
I get the feeling you have a lot of dramatic stories.
One or two.
So, we talked to the crows in Antiva and the shadow dragons in Minrathis.
I wouldn't mind checking in on my neighborhood either. If Balara's ready for us.
Yeah, should check how things are going.
Yeah, I think the crow meeting's probably where we're gonna have to, like, cap it for the video. But it's only because of how much I've been talking. Because we have to do stuff in the crossroads. So, forgive me for giving a bunch of information about this character, but I love him. And yeah, so the story so far. When the team acts to stop the Dreadwolf, ancient evils are unleashed upon the world. Ah, yes. For months we've searched for Solas. He's the elven god of lies. But now the team is together. Yeah. We succeeded in stopping the ritual, but we let some gods out, and the Dreadwolf is not to be trusted, but he says he can be, so we just kind of have to deal with it. And unfortunately, all of Solas's warnings are coming true, and we really need to stop these guys. So that's what we're going to do. But now we need to get into the crossroads. So it's a crazy network of mirrors that allows instantaneous, like, continental travel. Awesome. We need to get to Treviso or Docktown. We have to meet Balara downstairs in the Alluvion. Neb knows of two potential allies against the gods, a crow assassin who specializes in killing mages, and a resistance group called the Shadow Dragons. To make contact with either one, the team must brave the Fade and search the for Alluvions that will take them back to the real world. Yep. That's what we're doing. Let's go. Whoop whoop. Let's go downstairs. Bum 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 ba 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 ba. Let me check how much time we have before we do that. Oh yeah, buddy. We only have time for cutscenes today because I had to give lore. I love this cutscene too. It's so cute, but then the visuals are so cool.
Shit. Sorry.
Can I help?
No, I've got it. Mostly. Mirrors are funny things, aren't they? Reflections. They distort reality, no matter what you try. And there's the trick.
I love the lighting in this room too.
Distortion. There you have it.
What is that place?
If I had to guess, it's the Fade. Another part of it, I mean.
Didn't Morrigan say this Alluvion could go anywhere? Didn't think that meant elsewhere in the Fade.
She called it the Vir of Us, freedom of ways. I wonder...
If that is the Fade on the other side, won't it be dangerous, as the Fade often is?
More dangerous than elven gods who wield the Blight as a weapon?
Point taken.
Some of the older texts talk about a place in the Fade where all the Illuvians meet. A crossroads where you could travel across all of Thedas in just minutes.
Right. We saw something similar when we were chasing Solas. I wonder if it's the same.
It is alike, and it is not.
Either you found some way to get into the lighthouse without us seeing, or you've been here all along. Not sure which one worries me more.
The wolf's fang. You carry it now. Old paths. A new journey. Through there. I will wait.
Well, can't tell if that's a trap or not. But we're short on options. One way to find out.
And it didn't feel dangerous, you know? Almost more sad.
The two aren't exclusive.
Just because something's sad doesn't mean it isn't dangerous.
I can think of an example or two that proves that.
We still don't know what this Illuvian's gonna do.
Thanks,
One of us
Harding.
should
While you're
probably stay
staring
behind
at
in case it
me.
closes.
Good point.
Just tell us when you're ready to go, Rook, and then we can figure out what's going on.
Girl, I'm ready now. Let's go. Oh, magic dampener notes. Oh, we have a lot to read. Dampener creates a counter resonance to the Fade. That's why it's safe to live here. No one's been torn apart yet that I know of. But the counter resonance from the dampener is tuned to this specific part of the Fade. The more you move away from the spot, the less effective it would be. There's a theory that every mage has a unique resonance. The way they touch magic is just a little bit different, sorry. Theoretically, could you tune the dampener to a person's resonance instead? Make it so they couldn't use magic? Would it be hard to figure out someone's specific resonance would be hard to figure out someone's specific resonance would need examples of their magic. Need third volume of Harris's collected essays. Will need to ask the professor if he has it, Balara. We'll have to go through some of these because they're very important. There's a lot of good stuff. I'll have to take some time to read them. But we're doing cool stuff right now, so I'm just excited. Yeah, we're taking Harding and Nev. We're gonna leave the specialist behind. It's like we're leaving the specialist behind, but also we're taking the people that we know better with us right now. Especially for moral support to Treviso.
Hello again.
Gosh, this after Trespasser!
A caretaker.
It's
I
cool.
come where I am needed, dweller. Now, I am here.
And where is here?
The crossroads.
This is one of the only things I think they did right in this game. It gives me
The
goosebumps
crossroads. Right.
every time I see
Of
it.
course.
The Evanurus hunger for the crossroads. Their influence is spreading. Blight, death, madness. They send their minions to claim this place. The crossroads is in a time of need, dweller. I cannot protect you.
You don't have to. If you're standing against the gods, then consider us reinforcements.
Alrighty. Yeah, after playing Inquisition and going through Trespasser and then replaying this game now, I truly think the Crossroads is one of the only things that I will forever enjoy about this game. I have a lot of things to say,
Here, this dock seems sturdy.
but this is cool. Like, look at that.
So you can ferry us to the other islands.
That intro was also really cool too.
I'll take that as a yes.
I'm still gonna love this game to death.
Onward, dweller.
I'll still critique it, but I will always love it, you know? But yeah, Crossroads, really cool. I think we could have done a little more. We could have done a couple things
The
differently,
spirits here were
but
driven out.
I still think it's
Refugees
fun.
now from the gods' minions. I have summoned the guardians of the crossroads to protect them. Beware. The guardians repel all interlopers.
So we're interlopers too?
Haha.
The Fate Tear! That's where they're breaking through.
Gods and their fate tearing.
Strike again.
I am empowered! End it now!
Get away from me! I don't really block because you don't always need to.
Hit him now!
At least I don't think so.
That's a win.
Oh, I forgot. You have to get like a core and stuff. Man, we really don't have time for anything. Oh well.
The gods' blight and blood magic has sealed the way. Only their champion may open it.
A champion?
It dwells on this island. Challenge the champion and claim its essence. This path will open to you.
Yeah, okay. Alright, y'all. Well, I'll just get rid of that. Let's go!
Your heresy fails!
Venatori, you're so
Oh, is
annoying!
there something inside it?
Let me just... I'll fight them later. Oh, I don't have my ultimate. Well,
That's the champion we're looking for. Watch yourselves.
get it! That's not what I wanted. Ah! I went from Switch controls to this because of Tomodachi Life. I blame that.
Whatever that creature left might be handy for us.
That's the essence we need. It's cold. Ugh, hope I don't have to carry it for too long.
Yeah, there we go. Oh, can we go up here? Ooh.
An altar to a wolf. Bet I know who that's for.
Unmapping the unmappable. Oh no, we don't have time. Love these codex entries, but man. Alright. We got things to do. So let's go.
As the gods' champion passed free, so will you.
That's a lot of Illuvians, and they're all intact. I wonder where they lead.
Time to find out.
Alright, let's see. What do we got? What do we got? Alright, we got like 18 minutes. Let's go! Let's go home, baby! We're taking Harding because she is the OG in this story. So, I have done both Nev and Harding. I don't think I've ever
Treviso,
taken Balara.
one of the finest cities in Antigua.
But we're going home!
Now living under occupation.
Gosh,
I've
it's
arranged for
so
one of my friends
pretty!
to meet us.
You made it. I hear you go by Rook these days.
Yeah, that interaction did not go well. Like,
It's good to see you. Meet Andaratea of House Kentori.
No need to be formal with friends. Thea, please. Come. Viago is gathering the others. He's happy you're home.
I doubt that.
Trust me, he complains more when you're not around.
yeah, so... Forget the butcher. I hate that guy. Okay, so... Harding and Thea already know each other. They met in the comics. I did, in fact, read it. They met in the comics a while back. But in my canon, they both were corresponding while Desmond was on his mission with Varric, because Desmond wasn't writing home. Like, he could write home, like, they would have found a way to communicate with him anyway, but he was so regretful and embarrassed and angry and just full of emotions, and he just isolated. He didn't want to talk to them. And he felt like he disappointed them, and it was a whole thing. He left, like, Viago mid-fight, so they were not on good terms. But yeah, so, like, this whole interaction was really intense and complicated. And then heading back to the diamond, yeah. This whole, like, jog back, that was wild for them. And Desmond being convinced that Viago's not gonna like that he's home, yeah. He 100% believes that. He thinks that Viago's not gonna be happy at all.
We have suffered their company for too long. The Antam reached a stalemate in their war with Tevinter. Some turned here instead. Antiva was rich, comfortable, and has no standing army to stop them.
You went to the physician.
She stitched it well enough.
I hate seeing Treviso ground down.
This occupation will not last. The Antivan crows remain. And one day, I will see a knife through every would-be tyrant's throat. We have arrived.
A casino?
The Kentori Diamond.
Yep. But it's home.
Did you finish that contract? To stop the Dreadwolf?
Hello, Viago, and it's complicated.
How many times do I have to tell you? Crows always finish the job.
We just can't take initiative, right? My run-in with the Antom taught me that.
Don't let him scold you too much. V was worried about you.
Rook, this is Catarina de la Morte.
The first Talon. I'm honored. Which makes you...
Hilario de la Morte.
They know each other,
What
but
brings you here?
the game won't let
Right.
me input my own
My
fic,
target
so...
is a pair of elven gods, or that's what they call themselves. They're ancient, blighted mages. I need our best. The man who brought blood mages and Venatori to their knees.
Lucanus. My grandson. They called him the Demon of Virantium. He was the one who did those jobs.
Sending a demon to take down a god. Sounds like a plan.
It's a nonsense plan, but that's not important. Lucanus de la Morte is dead.
What I say doesn't leave this room. The body our people brought back was not my grandson. It was dressed in his clothing, but it had been altered with blood magic to have his face.
My cousin is still alive? And you didn't think to tell me?
His ship was attacked. We knew someone sold him out. So you kept your suspicions to yourself.
But you've brought it up now. Why?
I've had eyes on the Venatori ever since they took my grandson from me. They were hunting your dread wolf. And what you did to his ritual threw them into disarray. They made mistakes, and now I have a location. The Ossuary, where the demon of Virantium is kept. Find this Ossuary. Free Lucanus. You'll have your god killer. And I'll have my grandson.
Desmond got a little angry during that conversation.
Katerina arranged the boat. One of our mages will meet us
But
a boat?
I think he would have understood why she kept it a secret. But he still would have been angry because he was also falling in love with Lucanus while they were friends. And then he grieved him too. You know?
You're not happy Katerina
So
kept this from you.
Would you be?
sorry, their talking is messing with my brain right now.
Thought I'd act too rash if it meant saving him. And now, who can save him?
And also, Desmond just doesn't like Ilario at all.
Are you coming with us?
It's possible we've been watched. If all of us vanish from the dock, you play the alluring hero. I know Treviso. If we have a tail, I have a better chance of distracting their interest.
Oh, but yeah, I think he would have been angry, but he would have understood. And he would have done the job and been like, fine, you know? And would have had very complicated conversations with his Talons, right? And then Ilario just makes him mad. Like, he still isn't getting along with him, even years later. Like, they used to get along. Then he started sniffing out his, like, BS,
So how do we get
you
in?
know?
You'll see.
And then he did what he had to do for Lucanus' sake, but then after Lucanus was gone, he didn't care at all.
Someone or something already took down the guards.
I can't decide if that's good or bad. But we have a demon to find. Any ideas?
Okay, I think we gotta, like, stop here. But that means we go get hubby next time. So that's exciting. Yeah, what do you think of Desmond's lore? I ask this every single time. What do you think of his lore so far? What do we think of the relationships? What do we think of the game if you've never played it? Or if you have and you haven't played it in this way, what do you think? Are you having fun? Are we not having fun? You know, what's going on? Leave a comment. But yeah, we'll go get Lucanus next time, and then hopefully that doesn't take too long. It usually only takes me like 30 minutes, maybe max. But we have dialogue to get through. So, like, I can't just skip through conversations. So, we'll see. We'll see, we'll see. And then we can do um, the Shadow Dragons after that, and then we're gonna end up doing area quests and stuff as we go. Because I don't want them to rack up. I try to get as much of them done as I can until I can't anymore, because I want to make sure that Act 2 isn't so overwhelming, even though it's overwhelming anyway. So, yeah, I try to do as much as I can before Weishaupt, so that way when... Because the game kind of makes you anyway, but then in Act 2, I try to get as much as I can done before the point of no return, because once I get to the point of no return, I just want to go. But, like, there's still a bunch of other things you have to do. It's a whole thing. But, yeah, I don't like being overwhelmed, because I did that once with this game, and I never did it again, because I took a break from it for so long, and it overwhelmed me so bad. So, we'll start doing that too. But, yeah, there we go. We're getting to know Des. We're getting to know the plot and everybody else. And I'm having a good time. I love revisiting this game a lot. But yeah, that's it. So check me out on Instagram at Gravesite. Gravesite. Forgive me. My speech is not doing good today. My meds are really getting me. But catch me on Instagram at Gravesite Gaming and on Twitch as well, same handle. But on TikTok, it's just Gravesites, like with the S at the end. Because I didn't want it to be restricted. I decided to just kind of make it a general account for the most part for chronic illness awareness and for gaming and like my opinions on the games and whatever else I decide to complain about. But yeah, just give it a follow, give it a like, go look at it, just check it out. And I'll see you guys next time. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and we'll go get our husband next time. Bye bye.